Resort Casino. The Halos swept the season. First time in 52 plate appearances. First pitch to him's outside. Tap foul. 6 2/3. 5 hits, 1 run.
There was that. It's a pitch to be able to try to finish him off.
Ohtani and a strikeout to start the game.
I'll tell you what, though, 17 career.
Just 2 for 13 since his return. Falls.
Slider, tremendous spin rate on the slider. Came back with another one, just a little bit.
Tap foul. It's the Dodgers here tonight. And another strikeout to start this ball game against the Giants. Hit in the air to center field. Mike Trout's got a beat on it, and that's how the inning comes to a close. One day, and it should be a staff day.
What a hero he was.
I guess Klein is just that guy. Freeman hit the home run. Freeman not in the lineup for the Dodgers tonight. Called to strike the top of the zone.
So.
Ground ball to Betts. First down in the ball game. That fastball for.
That's all. Pretty much is an indication it's not where he won his career. 10 career home runs.
Ground ball to second. That's Kim. 2 quick outs. 13 off the bat.
Trout has hit so many baseballs so hard.
Season, but he has been one of the more consistent hitters in this Angel lineup, and gets ahead 3.
That's the kind of swing you want to see. That was
if he's hitting home runs, hit the doubles, and this is a slow roller to first, and that's scooped up by a Russian.
Jack has a 1.80 ERA. Opponents hitting 174. 230.
Grayson Rodriguez back.
We definitely are going to see Grayson Rodriguez, and that was when he knew he was ready to go.
All right, good stuff, Erica. Thank you very much. And you look at.
And getting this guy out is huge over the years. Quick outs.
Outfield. He has been an elite.
Standing tall, working downhill. That's straight in there. That's in there.
Here's Max Muncy. He got off to it.
And he's the guy in this lineup here.
Right over to Peraza at second, and an easy O'Malley versus Autry. I mean, going way back.
Ooh.
Soler started last couple of weeks. Way late on a fastball. He hit a home run in Toronto. A very good trip. 7 for 20, 3 doubles, the 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. Ahead of pace from where he was last year at this time. Not only are his numbers, and now he's starting to make that adjustment a few weeks early. 3rd time an Angel batter's been in a full count already in this game. Start here on this bullpen day, and Adele takes strike 1. As you mentioned, as that was right into the back of Zach. Trying to go the other way, and does. That's through for Lowe. A single on the first pitch, and Lowe needed back since April 25th.
Good swing on that one, too.
It's 5 hits.
Is this if they're
as they're opening up a 9-game road trip? Logan O'Hoppe hit the right field. Tucker is there, and that will do it. So the Angels up for the Dodgers here in the 3rd.
One of the hotter hitters for the Dodgers right now.
Ended up getting into a situation that led. You and I were talking before the game today.
The reason why we were talking about that, Trent, because you have that energy. You're feeling that with this crowd here today. You're facing this in the 1st inning with it.
Chopper to Grissom.
Now he's third base line. That's a mistake by me. I want that ground ball, and you have a.
She had a good year.
He's got an edge to him too. That's for sure.
Got to watch out for some of those Philly guys. Just missed. That was a start where the walks hurt him more than the contact. Rusher of home runs. Hits the ball right at Nolan Shotwell, who's there to.
And that's not the freeway, because they wouldn't be coming off the bat that fast. A lot of cars trying to get into this stadium here today.
Another ground ball past Peraza off his glove, and that's going to be an infield hit.
2-mile-an-hour changeup for me. And he backed it right back with another change.
For a strikeout against Ohtani all season.
I'm still going to say that was only one against him.
I know.
Yeah, Ohtani hits for an average again. Be with him here.
Same spot, foul back.
I like that.
First two pitches of the at-bat were changeup, so 1-2. Back to
this area.
2-2 to Ohtani.
That's a good pitch. Ooh.
In the second inning. And that's going to end up being a walk to
0 for 4 so far on the first pitch put in play.
a 1-0 right back to Kahanowitz. In time. Under miles an hour.
And that's the one where Ohtani had that big hit against him.
152 batting average against.
Easy 100.
Peraza behind it, fouls off.
Right center field, especially on that right side of the infield.
Peraza way upstairs.
That'll get.
Peraza didn't have a clean shave this morning. He does now. Three-two payoff. It's going to be a tough play for Muncy to make. Peraza got pretty good speed, and he's. Grissom grounded out his first time up.
Good hack there.
And now we'll go to Vaughn Grissom. One out in the bottom of the third. Here with one out in the third. Let's say he went around. Tough luck in his first at-bat. Grounded out at Kim.
It's tough really to be upset with it.
Now it feels like the ladder for Trout.
Here. Going right back to a fastball and Trout.
And there it is. There's the slider. 1998, the first ever win for the Angels in this three-scoreless innings. Smith hits it in the air in a shallow center field. That's going to fall in front of Trout for a single. For this offseason. 4 years, $240 million. It's been better since being moved down to. Important strike. Here in the second time through and falls behind. There he is. Fourth inning.
For the Halos in Kahanowitz.
Gets away from Ohtani, back to Kahanowitz. And on the wild. He goes after it, hits it into center field. Back forward is Trout. He looks up. It's gone on a 3-0 for Max Muncy. Of course, you look back on it, but even in that spot.
You got to come back in this game.
And then Muncy hits a ball high and deep, and it's gone. Back-to-back.
Both those home runs on his four-seamer, the first he has given up.
The ballpark.
Yeah, the thing is with that four-seamer, you want to elevate a little bit higher. They were further down.
2-0 to Teoscar. Shallow right field. Good hustle by Peraza, who gets the Peraza. Oh, swing and a miss by Rush. Just one home run in his previous 20 2/3 innings. Gooby, you've alluded to it. The Angels need to get
the ballpark. Bunch hits together, then you look for that one smash where you get.
And there's a strikeout. Jack Kahanowitz comes for whatever reason. That's been tough for the. Another stop by Peraza, throw from his back,
wow.
And he got it.
That is it.
In all of Southern California, if you ever get a chance to get out there. Last time out a couple of days ago against San Francisco.
On occasion. Comes out and does his job and puts up a 0. You just feel that it's going to be a difficult task coming back.
Shot him on the center field, the playable for Pages. Soler.
His first at bat.
A true bullpen day. And on 3 pitches, Soler, and now Joe Adell, who struck out looking his first time up, takes a. Adell goes the other way, hit in the corner. Tucker runs it down. Snow cones. First pitch to Shohei Ohtani, a swing and a miss. Here in the last couple of weeks, how the Dodgers are handling Ohtani as he goes the other way with it low, trying to run it down. Lost it, it drops in there, and Ohtani is going to have himself a leadoff double. I was saying about Ohtani, didn't play after. That's very similar to what he was doing back in the early days as an Angel. And my gosh, you think about this.
That will be almost becomes more difficult to do so.
Beds to Grissom. Able to hold Ohtani at 7. Ohtani's had some very good years with the Dodgers.
I mean, it's so fun as a baseball fan just watching what he's doing now, what he did then.
Grissom, diving stop, long throw, he got it.
What a play that was.
Kyle Tucker after the first pitch fouled off.
Tried to go in.
Hits the ball hard towards the gap. Adell closing in, lays out. And Joe inning for the Angels.
Joe Adell has been great out there in right field. Every time I look, run.
Yeah, I don't know. Breeze. And then he gets another one this past week. Lays
different arm angles, different out pitches, every at bat. So you never really get comfortable. I know you're sitting at home thinking they just got to go up there and swing the bat. But when you're not feeling comfortable.
September the 3rd of 2022. You pitch against the Giants.
Because I mean, there's some time to get to the ball to the plate.
Fly ball left field. Neto dekes a tag. Trying to.
You see the leg kick. It's not.
Oh, Hoppy is hurting right now. Low at a 2-out single in the second. That's been the Angels' only hit tonight.
Sometimes you wonder.
Job at third. Muncy's only plays at first. He does advance Neto in the scoring position. Here's Oswald Peraza, who's had an outstanding defensive night. Is an opportunity for the Angels. Already with 2 outs. Peraza sent that one to the screen. Foul.
Yeah, I mean, Peraza's really is
135 in that situation. 0-2. There's a swing and a miss. Peraza. Andy Paez is the biggest swing of the night so far. 3-run homer between the Angels and the Dodgers.
So that pitch.
Much right, but it's had like that one inning that is crushing it.
Trent, to evolve into the pitcher that we think he's going to be. Nice play again by another fielder for the Halos. It's Zach Netter. When you have a sinker ball, this falls in there.
Yeah, Muncy singles.
When you have a sinker ball, to do that, boy, you turn the corner and you can become a 20-game winner. Like it did.
Experience at Gonowitz, similar arms. Of course, we'll see Soriano tomorrow as Teoscar Hernandez send the ball to right field at the wall. Adele goes up, extended their lead. It's 6 there.
That was some serious hops on that one.
Still out of reach. You go back to the Eric Karros and Marquise Grissom hit consecutive home runs. A sluggish start.
You think about going in early in the season, the Dodgers.
Right to Peraza. And there's the final thing on the Teoscar Hernandez blast. Sung Kim Bell. Hits a ball to center field, playable for Trout, who's well in front of the track, and that's the final out of the inning.
Close one with Atlanta, Boston, Minnesota, Milwaukee. It's going.
Definitely looking forward to seeing more of what's going on around rivalry weekend. Muncy there to secure it. Trout's 0 for 2 as he looks at ball
on the road.
Homer so far in May. His count
way higher. 600 on the road.
And the wild part about the tough trip. 2-2. Trout goes down, gets it into right field, but it stays up for Tucker.
He have 2 hits today.
95 off the bat for Trout, and it just stayed up.
A Gold Glove winner a couple years ago. He's made a couple good plays in the outfield again today against the Halos.
Shonwell takes a stride. Just hit right at Kim. That's going to be a walk for Nolan Shonwell tonight against the Dodgers in this first game of the Freeway Series.
And I know it.
I mean, even the next batter, Joe Adele, had an opportunity if he would have challenged, if he had one. Another ground ball to third. Muncy makes the play. Shohei Ohtani first. Rips the ball, but it's foul.
One thing.
And there's a strikeout. Ohtani swings.
He'd like, so just slowing it down a bit and build back from there.
Well, that's a good sign that there's nothing structurally wrong, and he's making sure he's healthy when he does come back.
Considering all the struggles the Angels have had out of the bullpen, as roles have hopefully soon having Ryan Johnson back. His Betts cuts and misses there. Young Award finalist.
There's that split now because he had him think.
Will Smith up for the 4th time in this game. He's 1 for 3. Final line on the back-to-back, and then the 2-run homer by Teoscar Hernandez in the 6th. 1-1 from Yates. Picked by Grissom.
Well, he's been good at third base.
Dodgers. And he gets a first pitch strike. Yeah, emotional period for the Vesia family last year during that. 0-2 to Adele he takes. It's certainly been shared. Vesia well deserved as Adele. There's Zach Neto, Zach Neto batting in the 6th spot in this Angels lineup. Gibby, you wonder how long do you think
potentially cost him 1 extra at bat a game, and he's one of your best players. I got to believe he's got to be back up there soon.
You look at the numbers more recently in the last week or so, things getting a little better.
Yeah, he's getting, he's.
But that was on the heels of a 28-game stretch where he batted just 191. Angels are going to need more of that. Neto hits a ball hard in the left field. That's going to drop in there for a single.
So
his second hit of the game.
Once again, he's got.
Takes the first one. Foul.
He didn't even flinch.
Strike 3 to Teodosio. Steven Nelson beside him. They're calling it left wrist irritation for Logan O'Hoppe, the reason why he came out of this game.
Quick pitch you.
They go out and they sign Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz gets hurt. Found himself in the middle of a controversy.
The Halos have really had a tough time against a bullpen game by the Dodgers.
He's going to just get out of play. 2-2. And that's strike 3. So Vesia strikes out 3 in the inning, and the Dodgers have since March. That was when he got the start against the. Yeah, Teodosio stays in for losses that could end up being pretty important arms for the Angels in some higher leverage situations.
That phone rings. There's a good chance you're coming in. You're way better off.
Popped up to Neto on the set.
Wilson looks like he might be out.
Kind of a sleeping giant in a way in the American League West. You'd seen their talent building for years, and Joe Adell trying to get the attention of the umpire with a beach ball in the outfield. This pop-up is well short of that. Peraza back for it. There's 2 gone.
There would be a freeway.
I mean, you talk about making a first impression. Angels have tried to make him a starter.
He's got great arm action. And it's all arms, too. That with Alec Manoah the other day when Erica was talking about that.
Swing and a miss, strike 2 with the split. That one just off, and now reigning American League Cy Young Award winner. Last 2 seasons. Their batting average is elite. Top 3 in baseball, and Teoscar Hernandez drops in a single, making the turn for third, and getting there is Muncy. Mine.
They have 47 stolen bases, and they've
been the throwback team this year the way they've played. Going against the grain. Ball and a strike on Dalton Rushing, looking for his first hit in this game. Johnson has another idea. And gets the swing and strikeout.
It's a 9-inning game. Now, that being said, we're all watching the game, and you're sitting at home thinking, okay, you got to make some adjustment. It hasn't been able to be made yet, and you want to see some consistent offense.
Of his 19 appearances this year, he's been able to put a 0 on the board.
Is that going over your head there?
You missed me. So I'm sorry. I hate to play. Jim Harbaugh was at the game tonight. Harbaugh's been here. I bet you Harbaugh's, there's no better than them.
By the way, not quite Dwyer. It was Dwyer, but
there's some fouls.
Not enough offense.
Kahanowitz in.
When you go back, remember, that'll give him many more opportunities to swing 3-0.
Right by bats. Got a strike on him. That still may have been the 2 strike. Angels running out of outs tonight. Trout takes high.
Yeah, just a couple of walks. Make that 3.
And there he is. Like to extend this inning. Force trying to be a power guy, understanding who he is, and he has been a consistent bat in this Angels line.
Where he does damage. He has a chance
on base more. The 3-0, he takes a strike. Shano. Now here's the 3-2 payoff, and he takes a call. This is Ha-Seong Kim. First pitch strike. He's 1 for 3 today. Lifts the ball in the shallow left field. Teodosio comes up for it. First down, it's 6-0. Ohtani on the first pitch Hits it to Shonowell, flips Suter on the run.
Dominate. He's feeling good about his fastball. It's been like
About his Stanton's rehab assignment
out there.
Hockey has struggled as a starter for the Dodgers this year. Angels have been silenced. Looking ahead, you feel like Mike Trout turns around to get the out. The Angels 27 strikeouts and 26 2/3 innings is Jorge Soler.
Early part of the season.
Ground ball to Muncy. First out in the inning.
Well, now there's a change up there for Soler out in front on.
Felt like in spring training so much talk about. Broken bat for Joe Adele.
That was a change up there again. He starts with a flare by Smith into the outfield, center field. Talk about, pitching around. Now he's such a tough out.
Zach Neto's been aboard 3 times in this game. Angels down to their final strike. And that's going to be a walk. So Zach Neto will take second base, but it's foul ball. 3rd time this year. He's been on 4 times. Did in Kansas City in the last road trip. Bryce Teodosio, fly ball to right field. This should do it. Tucker is there, and that's how the ball game comes.